Everybody, it's Kara with a bag holder, and in this video we are going to show you how to make pesto spirals. And these pesto spirals are fantastic for the holidays, that you can serve as an appetizer, or anytime if you want to just have a nice, instead of a heavy bread or biscuit, you can serve pesto spirals. It's fantastic with salads as well. Now, pesto has pine nuts, so if you do have an allergy, you don't want to do pesto, but you could do sun-dried tomatoes with the same ingredients that I'm going to show you. Here we go. We've got our puff pastry, and this is just frozen puff pastry. We're using Pepperidge Farm. Whatever you have at your store is just fine. We have thawed it out, and you can see that it's folded when it's frozen, so you need to be careful so that we don't split the edges. And now we're just going to kind of pinch those together so that it stays. I'm using a teaspoon only because I have, it's just a small space, and this is a really small jar. And what I'm going to do is the back of the teaspoon, I am going to use to spread this out on the puff pastry. Just like that. And that's about good. I do not need a heavy flavor because as I roll it up, I'm going to have the pesto in every single bite. So you want to do this, you just want to leave about 1/4 of an inch on all sides so that when it does cook, it does not seep out. Just like this. Hopefully you guys can see this well. And if you have any questions, hey guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I do this for you. I already know how to make it all. So if you like it, I'd love to hear it. If you don't, keep that to yourself, because I'm a positive person and I don't like haters. So we've got our pesto right here. And again, 1/4 inch we're leaving open. We've got Parmesan and Romano cheese. You can use fresh. In my house, you get what you get. You don't pitch a fit. We have canned. And this is just a Parmesan and Romano. And we are going to sprinkle it on top of the pesto. Perfect. Just like that. Now this is Dijon, and we're doing this, I'm not using a ton of this, but I just want to give a kick to these because we're actually going to make these and serve it with a steak. So I'm just going to swirl this all over, and I know that I already have the Parmesan here, but that's how I'm going to basically blend it in with all of this so it doesn't just get chalky and chunky. Just like that. And I will have that light Dijon flavor all over my pesto spiral. Very simple. That is strictly a teaspoon. That's all we need to just give it a different flavor, a little kick. Now we have this, and what we're going to do is we need to roll it up so that when you cut it, it'll be like a spiral. We're not going to cook it right this second, and I want to show you how easy it is to freeze it. Now I've used wax paper because you know I try to keep everything clean, but you can grab another sheet of wax paper and basically freeze it for up to 3 months. So this is something you can do now and serve later. Freeze it for up to 3 months. Roll it just like that. And then you can pop this right inside of a gallon bag. It fits perfectly. And put it in your freezer. Very, very simple. So I hope that you love the spirals. I'm going to show them cooked in just a couple minutes because I'm going to, like I said, we're going to make these, but we're also going to show you one frozen. Now when you take the spirals out after they're frozen, you need to defrost them for a little bit in your fridge safely. They don't need to be completely defrosted where they're this soft, but enough that you can cut them. And you want to cut them about 1 inch apart. And then we're going to put them on our cookie sheet, just like that. And this puff pastry, we're actually going to make a Wellington, so stay tuned for that video. But we're going to cut them in about 1 inch pieces and set them on our cookie tray. This should make 10 servings. And you can cut them thinner. If you want, you can cut them thinner if you're using them for little appetizers, no problem. But we'll show you. We've got the 4 here, and we could do a little thinner. In fact, if they were frozen, I'd actually probably cut them a little smaller. If we're doing appetizers, since these are going to go with the dinner instead of a bread, this is going to be our bread. The pesto spirals are done and have just come out of the oven. You can see how tasty they are. Again, these are to be served with dinner, but you could cut them half of this, so in 1/2-inch slices after they're frozen, and bake them. Again, you bake them at 375 for about 17 to 20 minutes. Whatever the package says, but it's about 17 to 20 minutes, or until they're golden brown. See you real soon, guys. Don't forget, subscribe to our channel. Yay!